All righty. Hey, out there. I'm Marvin Ray, mechanicalliancefoundation.org. And that is, you think I'd get that right, that is Dave Swenson. We are the co-founders of Mechanical Alliance Foundation. We're here to give you a little bit of a history about ourselves today. We have a lot of you that we talk with daily, and to keep our time and build our time efficiently, we're giving you this video so that you can get to know who we are, so that when we start our meetings, we will get to learn who you are right away. So anyway, I've been in the industry for a long time, 63 years old, retired a couple of years ago. The passion is helping technicians and new shop owners out there. 2 years at Avotech, started building my first car at 14, was a tech rep for Snap-on Tools. At that point, I left Montana with that job after 4 years, came to St. George when I had opened my last diagnostic-only repair shop. From that point, I started a diagnostic training company, ran that for 14 years to 2008, at which time, of course, the economy went south. A diagnostic technician one time in one of my classes said, "What can a good diagnostician make out there?" So I put my resume out on the web, and 6 months later, because everything else had slowed down, I was working for Big O Tires, became their national training manager, after which a bunch of us jumped over to Grease Monkey International, was their national training manager, and am now neighbors with Dave, and had come up with the idea of mechanics helping mechanics, and to help you become better at what you're doing. So that's a little history about myself, Marvin Ray. Dave?
Yeah, I'm David. History is very similar to Marv's. I actually started wrenching out of necessity, keep my family's vehicle on the road. My dad could not afford to get his vehicle repaired, and so I told him I'd rebuild it for him. And that started me on a passion that I enjoyed. I went from there and became the lead technician for a national automotive chain working throughout Southern California. They would move me from shop to shop to build up those underperforming shops. After I would successfully build those shops up, they would move me to the next one. I got involved in racing. I raced SCCA in the 70s, and also up until this last year, I was an SFI certified inspector working at NHRA tracks. However, my path diverted a little bit from Marv's in that I was working on a Honda, having to change a starter bolt, and the way that it was put in there made it all impossible to take that bolt out. I got so frustrated. I said, there's a better way to engineer these vehicles. So I went to school and got my degree as a mechanical engineer. Once I graduated, I determined that I didn't want to live anywhere that there were opportunities for an engineer in the automotive industry. So I actually ended up in the aerospace industry, and then later on doing consulting work for the oil refineries throughout the world. But I've kept my hands in the automotive industry and kept my knowledge of that industry up. And Marv and I, as Marv said, we got together and we thought about ways that we could improve the industry that we have a passion about. When I was working back in the 70s and 80s, we got 50% of the book rate or the shop rate as far as our pay on flat rate. Now that's decreased significantly, and the shop provided us with the major equipment that they don't do today. Plus, I got to write off all of my tools. So, I've got $60,000-$70,000 worth of tools in my garage, but all of those I was able to write off when I was working in the industry. So we're out to change not only the industry internally, but public's perception of what our industry is.
Exactly. Thanks, Dave. And like you said, we are helping technicians from leaving the industry, because we have seen, we know, we understand the industry. There is a great bright light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. It is really a good place to be. We meet with technicians daily. We have technicians that have increased their pay from $12 to $14 an hour, found some really good hybrid types of pays, help them get the education to get to that next level. We have technicians out there that are, we have one we know right now, 45% of the labor. Guys are just making some great money and taking care of their families. We don't want you to go away from the industry. We want you to stay, because with the things that are happening, you are now the IT guys of the automotive industry. And if you don't know, we have classes for that you can look at on our website, mechanicalliancefoundation.org. So thanks and have a great day.